All right, so you go to Manage Protocol, and this gives you the list of all of the protocols that are on here. But if they have OBT on them and you want to edit them, it'll ask for a password. You can create a new one, you can edit it all you want. Let's do 5 ml. Okay, so first thing it's going to do is it brings you to this different screen and it asks you to input a name. And that's to give you a name for the actual protocol. So we'll go test 1. Okay, so now we've got a name for the protocol. And this is the screen that tells you what all of the steps are and what the parameters are on them. But you have to add every step one by one. There's also, so now we have a step added. You can just keep inserting. And you've got a bunch of different parameters you can change. So let's go in. So the first one is the well, which well of the strip you're actually going to be using. First well is the big one that mixes side to side. All the other ones go up and down. Name. So, you can put whatever you want here. For instance, it's the first step, bind, right? Mix time is how long during this step that you're actually going to be mixing for. So let's say 10 minutes. Go back in. Magnet, if you wanted to magnetize or if you were magnetizing at this step, that's how long the magnetization would be, how long it would stop at the bottom to actually do the magnetizing. Wait time, if you wanted a pause step where the beads were on the tip comb and were just kind of suspended in midair, this would be how long your wait time would be to actually have the beads be suspended in midair. The volume is how much volume is in the well that you're working with. So we're in the first well, so it's bigger. So let's say 2,500, so 2.5 mLs. Mix speed, pretty self-explanatory. How fast between 1 and 10 you want to mix. Let's go ahead and set that to 10. Temperature, this is just if the well that you're in has heat, what temperature you would like it to be at. 0 means nothing, no heat, no, you don't want the heating element turned on at all. Mix position, so this is how far into the liquid volume you want the mixing to start and end. So for instance, a mix position of 0 means that you want to go all the way to the bottom of the liquid and mix from there. So you would get a mix that was something like this, right? Whereas if you had a mix position of 50, you wouldn't start at the bottom, you'd start in the middle of the liquid. And so you'd get a mix like that. The mix amplitude is a function of how much of the volume that, that you want to mix based on what your mix position is. So for instance, a mix position of 0, if you have an amplitude of 80, it's going to go 80% of the way up through all of the liquid that you have and then back down, and that's going to be your mix. Whereas if you had a mix position of 50, it's going to go 80% of the way of that 50%. So it's going to go 40% more up and then back from there. Magnet position is same kind of thing as the mix position. How far down do you want the magnet to go? 0 is all the way at the bottom of the well. 100% is all the way at the top. And then the magnet speed, similar to mix speed, how fast you actually want the magnet to move down the well and collect the beads, or the magnetic nanoparticles. And so we've got mix speed 10, we've got mix position 0, mix amplitude, that's fine. We have no magnet time, so the magnet speed doesn't matter. And you save, confirm. You go back, and now you're Now your protocol is there. And it tells you at the top right here whether it's a 5 ml or a 10 ml script. You can go back over to Run Program, look at the list, you see your protocol. You can hit the Run button if you want. And it'll load up the protocol you wrote and all of the steps that you asked it to do.